can call me Mystic Mike because I predict these things.
Ramiz Brahimaj takes on Punahele Soriano this Saturday at UFC Fight Night Houston, Texas. And I haven't been the highest on Ramiz Brahimaj. I know that he is on a 3-fight winning streak right now. He's got good ground game, ever-improving stand-up, throws really hard 1-2s. He's strong, short, very compact, has decent striking, keeps his hands high, was landing good knees in the clinch against Gall. Obviously landed that combination to knock him out, and has looked really composed on the feet as of late. Very calm, very confident, I would say, especially in his last fight against Austin Vanderford. At times does kind of duck his head when he throws strikes, but has some, sneaky good combinations. Had the head kick on Vanderford, had the combination on Gall where he switched to southpaw and then threw like a left-hand right hook to get the KO. But before that Mickey Gall fight, he kind of struggled in the UFC, had some wins over some lower level guys, 6-4 Michael Gilmore, 6-3 Sasha Palatnikov, getting rear naked chokes. He's got a really good choke game, guillotine chokes, rear naked chokes, got a really good squeeze. But outside of those fights, on the regional scene outside of the UFC, was beating some, lower level guys. Against Themba Garimbo, was not having success with his grappling. He was just trying to force trips that he would end up getting kind of countered. He would get out pummeled in the clinch. Was dropped by Court McGee, controlled in the grappling that entire fight. Was just kind of getting beat up on the feet, controlled against the cage. His takedowns were getting stuffed. Was losing the stand-up battle with Max Griffin. Got his ear, pretty much ripped off of his head. So it just seemed like if he wasn't getting his takedown game going, he wasn't really beating these, highly skilled guys, these well-rounded guys in the UFC. And I don't really consider Mickey Gall the most skilled guy. I think he's out of the UFC now. He was 7-6 when they fought. Got a submission over Billy Ray Goff, who again, not the most highly touted guy in the world. But recently did have a good performance over Austin Vanderford, who does have a really good wrestling pedigree, has a lot of experience, has power in the hands. So it does seem like he's evolving. It does seem like he's getting more dangerous. He's 33 years old, so he does seem like he's starting to put things together. In the Billy Ray Goff fight, he was able to get an early takedown, was able to work in the clinch, find the guillotine choke. In the Austin Vanderford fight, Vanderford was winning the first round, was landing the better strikes, landed a good head kick, got a takedown, and in the second round, though, it seemed like Brahimaj just, staying centered, staying calm. He was able to land that head kick, and then from there, Vanderford was kind of panic shooting. He was able to find that guillotine choke as well. So you can't really count the guy out. He can choke guys out any part of the fight, and obviously he's got power on the feet. And again, it seems like his striking is evolving. But taking on something like Punahele Soriano, who I think is a better version of Austin Vanderford. He's got power on the feet. He's got good wrestling ability like we've seen as of late. He's just kind of a sprawl and brawl type of guy. He's got a lot of heat, a lot of power in his hands. He's looked really good since he dropped down to 170 pounds. He was a collegiate wrestler. He wrestled at Wartburg College. He was also a state champion in high school over in Hawaii. And he earned All-American honors at D3 wrestling. So he's shown his ability to get fights to the ground, especially since he dropped down to 170 into his more natural weight class. He's a strong, powerful dude. Had a really, kind of coming out performance against Miguel Baeza. Got the knockout over Uros Medic, who we know is a pretty high-level striker, and then was able to just out-grapple Nikolai Veretinnikov in his most recent fight. So I think that Punahele Soriano is going to have a performance like Austin Vanderford did, in that he's going to be landing the better strikes on the feet, not getting caught, kind of staying away from the power punches of Ramiz Brahimaj, but having success mixing in his takedowns and staying safe from the chokes. So he has been choked out before. Dustin Stoltzfus got him. He's been out-grappled. Nick Maximov, Brendan Allen, these guys were able to kind of out-grapple him, out-position him en route to winning decisions against him. He has been KO'd, Roman Kopylov. But these are much bigger guys, and now that he's down at 170, fighting guys more his size, I feel like his game is, kind of really coming together. He's 5'11" with a 72.5-inch reach. Ramiz Brahimaj is going to be 5'10" with a 72-inch reach, so they're going to be roughly the same frame. But I'm going to give the experience edge to Punahele Soriano, who I feel like has fought some really high-level competition. He's been in the UFC for a while now, and I feel like his just again, his whole game is just coming together much better down at 170 pounds. And I feel like he's got a really good chin to be able to take the strikes coming his way from Ramiz Brahimaj. And I feel like he's got the wrestling ability, the strength to kind of deal with the grappling of Ramiz Brahimaj, who has, you know, shown that he can be controlled by welterweights in this division. And I would consider Punahele Soriano to be a very big and strong welterweight. So very close fight. I think that Ramiz Brahimaj by submission is live. You know, I feel like he can find the choke at any point in the fight. He's got a lot of confidence in his chokes as well, and his abilities heading into this one off of a 3-fight finishing streak. And again, his hands are looking more and more crispy. Landed a nice head kick against Austin Vanderford in his last fight, so I could see a knockout coming his way too. But I'm going to go with Punahele Soriano. I think that he's going to be able to land the better strikes, mix in the grappling, be able to defend the takedowns coming his way from Ramiz Brahimaj if he does go to the ground, keep his chin tucked, work his way back up to the feet, and get this one done by decision. Thanks.